Testing 1 2, testing 1 2, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. What's going on, everybody? Coach Gary in the house, and we are going to look at the rest of the Pistons versus the Knicks. The Knicks are up one game. I'm pretty sure I didn't watch the first game, but I think I'm correct. The Knicks are up 1-0. After this one, they are going to be moving to Detroit. So this is a very important game for both teams, actually. If the Knicks win this one, they are well ahead. They're comfortably ahead in this series. The Pistons want to win this one to even it up as they go back home. What's going on, Daniel Berry Sports Highlight? Daniel Berry Sports Highlight, he got the Knicks. For me, don't really care. I usually go for the underdog, so that would definitely be the Pistons. But no, I don't care. I don't know why I have this slight thing against the Pistons. Well, it's not even against the Pistons. Not against the Pistons at all. It's against, my team, Hornets. It's against our organization because, like I said, 5 years ago, when LaMelo Ball was first at the Hornets, was the second year he got his brother, Jello. It was LaMelo's. It was LaMelo. He was the purpose or the reason for Jello, I think, even getting a chance in the NBA. Remember, he was with the Pistons, and then the Hornets picked him up on their G League team. But I say all that to say this: the Pistons were in the same situation the Hornets were in. In fact, one of the guys they've got on their team right now, Duran, the Hornets drafted him and then immediately got rid of him in the same draft that they got Mark Williams. I just didn't understand what the Hornets were doing right there, because actually the Hornets had like 2 picks in the first, I think, in that round, and they got Duran and then traded, but then they were able to get Mark Williams also, because Mark Williams was still out there when the Hornets pick came back around. So I don't know what the Hornets were doing right there, because I think they could have got Duran and Mark Williams. They could have got both of them. They had Duran. All right, and then they picked who did they pick? Oh my gosh, who did they pick? He's not even in the Hornets organization anymore. I forgot the little guard they picked, and just didn't turn out to be worth anything for the Hornets, that is. But yeah. I don't have anything against the Pistons. I'm just, I guess, mad at our organization that the Pistons organization has gotten into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like squarely into the playoffs. No play-in game or anything. And the Hornets have gone the opposite direction. The Hornets have gone the opposite direction. All right, so we have the score Pistons in the league. Well, they are in the lead right now, 19-16. Brunson with a nice pass to Bridges. They're doing a pull-up on the rim. Detroit with the ball. This is Harris with the fall away. The jumper is good. Yeah, and there's another thing you got to have on your team to be successful, man. I mean, youth is great. Youth is great. Ask the Rockets, but if you don't have some experience, you know, some experience, you're just not gonna be as good, man. It's like, I mean, all these guys have been playing ball their whole. Now this dude right here, Cade Cunningham, Cunningham has now he has that uh, unique characteristic of being young but able to play like he's been around for years. You know what I'm saying? Like he and LaMelo Ball, been in the league about the same. I don't know. I think they may have gotten the league at the same time, or maybe one of them is 1 year, has 1 year more experience than the other. But if you look at the way LaMelo plays and the difference between how he plays and Cade plays, you can't tell me it doesn't. You can't see the difference. Like it doesn't look like you've got to see the difference that Cade seems to be more seasoned. I mean, like years seasoned than LaMelo. LaMelo is a talent. He just still plays really young, and these guys play off emotion instead of playing the game right. Our guy, the guys from Charlotte, the kids from Charlotte, we play more on emotion than uh than what I say playing the game the right way. So that's why I'm saying you got to have some more experience. Like one of the guys we got, Grant Williams. Grant Williams, he would definitely be a veteran. I think he would have helped the Hornets out this year. Even though he's not that, he's not that veteran that is like even bordering on being a star, but he's been through it. Like, he could help the younger guys. Like simple things like the Hornets don't do. Like, for example, when there's a guy on the Hornets squad that is hot, all right. Since the Hornets are like a 3-and-D team, like that's it. We're a 3-and-D team. All right, you can watch the Hornets for 3 halves, and for 3 halves it'll be just guard ball, guard and forward ball. No going inside or anything. Right? No. We have no post up game at all. Right? Only time a big guy's going to get the ball is an alley oop off a screen and roll. That's it. Usually we don't have a big guy that could get busy. A lot of teams don't, but I just think that would be helpful if the Hornets could switch gears and go to something else except ISO. But um, for example, the Hornets will have a guy that's hot and somebody else who is not will have an open three, and instead of getting that ball to the guy who's hot when he's open, they'll just shoot it. I'm like, dude, we want to get scores. We want to score the ball. So if I had to make an extra pass, it's still 10 seconds on the clock. If I had to make an extra pass to get it to the guy that's hot to shoot that three, that's what I'm going to get it to. To me, that's just good basketball. That's intelligent basketball. I'm not just shooting the ball at 14 with 14 seconds on the clock just because I'm open. All right. and and if I've shot the ball 5 times, 5 threes, and I've missed them all, just because I'm open, wide open, doesn't mean I'm going to shoot it again. I'm going to drive in. I'm going to create. I'm going to create. I'm not hitting the outside shot. Let me drive in, get on that close wing, and bank it off the backboard. We just need points. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and the Hornets haven't learned to play like that. And and do you blame it all on the players? Do you blame it all on the players, or do you have to put some of that on the coaching and the organization? Like, look, okay, in practice, does this happen? All right, if it does happen in practice, look, I got to stop practice. Say, hey, this right here could be the difference in us scoring points and losing points. This can be the difference in us in a 5 point switch, because instead of coming down and making the extra pass to the guy that's hitting the shot, we shot it. This other team came down, they got a three on it. You know what I'm saying? And then forcing the ball at the other end, they come down to get two when we could have just scored. We could have just got buckets. Just get a bucket. They don't always have to be a three. And we don't play defense at all. We'll play defense. Every team that's up here right now can lock teams down. They can play basketball, or their offense is just so good that their defense can just be average. All right, Duran. Speaking of Duran, he is on the line right now. All right, Coach Gary, you did so much talking, you ran everybody away, but hey, I had to get that off my chest. All right, Duran on the line. So much talking, you ran everybody away, but hey, I had to get that off my chest. All right, Duran on the line. Ananobi, they hand it off. And a near turnover. It is going to be a turnover. (23-18) Pistons. 41 seconds left in the first quarter. Cunningham with the jumper off. Durham gets his hand on it. He can't handle it. Rebound by Robinson. Payne tried to get that inside. The Robinson is deflected out of bounds, but it still looks like it's going to be New York ball. It is going to be New York ball. They're going to take it out under their own basket. Karl-Anthony Towns comes back in. 20 seconds left. 23-18 is the score. Detroit in the lead. Detroit is the 6th seed. New York's the 3rd seed. I don't see New York sweeping the Pistons. All right, there comes one of those old school guys, Harris. Harris, Beasley. They got some guys, man. They got some guys. Got to be able to mix it up. Hornets got a bunch of young guys. Let me stop talking about the Hornets. McBride, the jumper, in and out. Rebound, Robinson. It looks like everybody's trying to do a little bit too much. Look at Joe Button in the stands. 23-18. Not a lot of scoring been going on since that last commercial, last time out. 5.7 seconds left. Cunningham brings across the timeline, picks up his dribble. He's going to be fouled. Dang. Anunoby with the foul. That's going to put Schroeder on the line with 1.9 seconds left. What up, Michael Smitty? It's untelling who wins the NBA championship. No telling. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's no telling who's going to win this one this year. Do you think the Celtics will be back? Payne couldn't get it off, and a foul's not going to be called. 25-18 Pistons in the lead. Yeah, yeah. Who do you think's gonna win this year? Will the Celtics go back? Celtics have been strong all year. They basically have the same team they had. You know, that's I mean that to me that's what keeps teams good when you go far with a team and you have a certain guys on that team. Like for me, it's like, and I know money has a lot to do with it, but why break it up? Why break it up when you don't have to? I mean, doesn't repeating as champions or going back to the championship, doesn't that make up for that money that you're gonna have to pay those guys? You know, if it's their contract year to be up, isn't it worth it? I'm always gonna say that because again, I know you guys get tired of me talking about my Hornets, but the Hornets haven't been good since the Alonzo Mourning, Larry Johnson, uh, Muggsy Bogues days. We hadn't been that good since we haven't been good the Hornets since the Hornets got rid of Alonzo Mourning. And I'm gonna say they got rid of him because they didn't want to pay the contract. What they want to pay him the money to keep him. You got to keep the big dominant guy. You got to keep him. And you got Larry Johnson still there. You got Muggsy Bogues. Somebody else that I'm not naming. Uh, Curry, Dale Curry. You got to keep that squad together. You just got to keep that squad together. All right. So we get rid of him. We don't pay him. We get rid of him, and then we make one of the unforeseen worst moves in probably NBA history, and that is to draft Kobe Bryant and then immediately get rid of him for Vlade Divac because we needed a big guy. Like you're gonna get what you pay for. Like didn't want to pay the money to keep Alonzo Mourning, so you get Vlade Divac from the Lakers because Vlade was okay, but he was no Alonzo Mourning. Uh, and you get him because you trade your first round pick, which again nobody knew he was going to turn into be one of the, if not arguably the one of the greatest players of all time. But that's what my Hornets do. That's what my Hornets do. Yep. Uh, I don't remember, but someone said we also drafted Shea Gilgis Alexander and immediately traded him. So the Hornets, and the picks we've had since then, they just where are they now? They just hadn't panned out. They hadn't panned out. Still got Miles Bridges and Lamelo Ball. The other guys, is there anybody else who was here? You know, 6 years or more. All right, rebound. Dern gets it back out. This is Cade. He can't hit it. Rebound, New York. Oh, the step through, guys. Come on, guys. Like, what do you guys think? Is the step through traveling? That sounds like a good poll question. Even though we won't have, probably not gonna have many views tonight. Carl Anthony Towns, turn around jumper, fall away jumper is no good. 2 likes. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. Schroeder pulls up at the elbow, goes all the way down and comes out. Karl Anthony Towns thought about the long 3. He'll shoot that. Forces it. Draws a foul on Harris on the floor. (30-25). Pistons still in the lead. We're in the second quarter. Brunson, the trigger the ball. He gets it down to Townsend. Karl Anthony Towns with the spin move. The jumper is no good. It's tapped up, and I think Anunoby is going to be fouled. That's Robinson, excuse me. Brunson with the 3. Splash. Tobias Harris on the strong drive over Robinson is good off the glass. 9:02 on the clock. Robinson looking to hand it off. He does. Robinson hands that to Brunson. Brunson with another 3. And here come the Knicks. Schroeder for 3. Oh, my goodness. What a long 3 by Schroeder. Gets that 3 right back. Brunson brings the ball across the timeline. He's on the right side of the court waiting for the screen from Robinson. Not quite set. He shoots. Misses. Rebound, Tobias Harris. Extra pass. And a foul's going to be called. Schroeder with the long 3. Schroeder has been he's been a traveling guy. Eight minutes and 7 seconds. 8:07. All right, Cunningham's going to throw the ball in. He gets it in. They give it right back. Beasley is fouled off the pull up. Beasley at the line. 8 minutes. And Beasley rolls in his first. $36-28. 36-28 Detroit. Detroit. And Beasley hits both. Got a little full court man-to-man going on here. Bridges brings it across the timeline. He finds Brunson on the right side. Brunson goes to the basket, stops. The little fadeaway shot, no good. K. Cunningham with the rebound. They get it in the corner for three. Beasley can't hit it. Reed taps it in for the Pistons. 39-28. Karl Anthony Towns with the ball being guarded by Harris. Towns turns. Kicks that out. Bridges. The jumper is good. It's sweet. And another three by the Pistons. This one's by Cunningham. 41-30. 6 minutes and 53 seconds. Brunson loving that right side. Tries to go there again. The ball is stripped away. Lead pass up the court. It's stolen back. Now Brunson with it. Bounce pass to Robinson. He leaves it short for Towns. And Towns scores. Nice decision by Anunoby to leave that off short. Because I think there was Cade coming for the rundown. All right, 41-32. And here are your box scores. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. I appreciate that, Garrett. I know exactly what happened. I appreciate it.
Knicks had 40 points in the fourth quarter, game one, 49 first half here in game two. And that shot from Brunson is off the mark for three. Pistons lead by 6. Cunningham, step back Jay is good.
And I love his game. He just plays at an
All right, Pistons come out after halftime, continuing their scoring ways.
makes it look easy at times.
So the Pistons now lead at 57.
Hey, thanks to Garrett for stopping by and let me know that my sound was not up to par. I think I'm good now.
Harris rushes ahead. Met there by Bridges. Now they clear out the area. Cunningham watched by Anunoby. Screen, Hardaway.
Cunningham to the basket. Takes the contact, can't hit it though. Bridges gets the rebound. He pulls a quick three. Not even thinking about it. And the Knicks only 5 points down. Cunningham doesn't want to give it up. Didn't see Anunoby coming down to help. That ball's going to be deflected. Bridges outruns Durham, but it's going to be out of bounds to the Pistons. Good hustle by Bridges. Looks like Brunson might have said, hey, I think that was knocked into the backcourt by Duran. So that was a foul. I'm sorry. The ball's going to stay Knicks ball. It's a foul on Duran. Here's Hart. Josh Hart. Hands that off to Mikal Bridges. Bridges at the elbow. Kicks it back out to Hart. Hart drives off the left side. It is blocked, but a foul's going to be on Duran, I think. At maybe 2 on Duran. Josh comes out of there holding his elbow. All right, is the NBA step through traveling? Only got one vote on that. I thought it was traveling when I first saw it, and I've seen guys do it on the internet, and I know for a fact if I teach that to my kids, I coach, and they do it in the game, it's going to be called traveling. I mean, I don't understand how it isn't traveling. You switch pivot foots. I'm trying to look at the James Harden step back. I'm starting to understand that now, or I've seen it so many times. Listen, I think you can do it and not travel. You can do the James Harden step back and not travel, but the way some kids do it, it's traveling. I'm sorry. Thompson with the rebound. He's going to be fouled. That is Sure Thompson.
That's why you could see him.
Oh, there he is. Yes, I was wondering.
You didn't notice.
He's dressed like that.
Clyde has been dressing fly his whole life.
That he has been.
Yeah, it's Clyde. Is that Clyde Frazier? Is that his name? Still dressing like the 1970s. Clyde Drexler. I think that's... No, it's not Drexler. Frazier, I think is his name. Duran. Hits the free throw. Pistons keeping New York at a stiff arm's distance. Brunson can't hit it. Gives up the pass to Anunoby. Anunoby at the elbow. That jumper is no good. Finally, Harris comes out with the rebound. Cunningham jumper is no good, but ends up getting the rebound. Extra pass, and Hardaway can't buy a basket tonight. Skip past to Brunson. Brunson squares up, lets it go. It is short. Rebound, Duren. Gets that out to Sword Thompson. Oh, under the basket. Nice pass there. A nice find by Hardaway. But Harris, I think Harris is going to be fouled before he could actually put that ball in. Harris at the line, and Harris hits the first. 59-53, 8 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock. Harris hits both. Brunson brings the ball up the court. He's being guarded by Thompson. Josh Hart gets at the Bridges. Bridges going around the screen. Bridges fall away. No good. Rebound Harris. Harris comes to his left. Now settles back into the middle of the lane. It is stripped, but Hardaway kicks that to Harris. Good defense by New York. Harris trying to go inside is not there. Finds Thompson. Thompson not strong enough to put it on the glass, but Duren saves it to Hardaway. Hardaway cannot buy a basket. It's being tipped around by the Pistons and finally goes in. I think it's going to go to Harris. Pistons get all the 50-50 balls, if you will. Karl Anthony Towns with his awkward movements cannot score. Cade throws an alley-oop to Amir, not Amen, but to what's his name? Thompson, Azure Thompson. I thought that ball went in. It did go in. And a foul, if they didn't call a foul on that, they should have. Are they saying that was a? Oh, that was definitely he was in the air. Hey, in the air. How did the foul happen? I guess the ball, if you haven't touched the ball, I guess if you're fouled before you touch the ball, it's not. It doesn't. Well, the foul definitely there, but now they're trying to figure out whether the point should count. Why would the point? Oh, okay. The point goes in. The point is good, but they're trying to determine whether it was a flagrant foul. It was definitely pushed.
The basket is going to count, and they're celebrating the three-point opportunity, but they're not putting the basket on the board, and they're checking to see if Brunson went high on the push.
I mean, I don't know. Can you call that flagrant? He fouled him, but I don't think it was a flagrant.
Pistons at halftime. We saw that in game one. They came out in the third quarter. 36 points in the
All right, 7:01 in the third, 7 minutes and 1 second in the third. It is 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That was a clear path foul.
Wash, Detroit ends up benefiting. Take another look. Cunningham on the lob. Here's the contact here. Thompson goes upstairs. Oh, he grabs the rim. So that's the end right there. They're not going to count that basket either.
All right, so the basket is not any good because he grabbed the rim first.
Two free throws and possession.
All right, still 62-53. Detroit in control of this ball game. Detroit looking good. Once again, they looked good the last game, and it came all apart there in the fourth quarter for them. And Thompson can't hit the free throw.
You still have time to win $1 million. Make your picks with NBA Pick'em Bracket Challenge.
Tom Thibodeau.
Submit your playoff bracket
So get some arc on the ball, son.
NBA.com/bracket or
Two missed shots, exactly the same. Right off the front. Dude, get it up. All right, if you missed the first one in front of the rim, put your set your eyes on the back of the rim on the second one. Still only one vote. Only one vote. Yeah, let me look. Let's see. Okay, Thompson. Nobody picks him up till he gets to the charge circle. 100% no. The step through is not is not a travel.
Cade Cunningham, 24 points to lead the Pistons.
I just don't know.
Contact from Thompson down.
Walk me through it and tell me why it's not a travel.
Personal foul on Asar Thompson of Detroit.
You establish a pivot foot. You establish a pivot foot. Boom, boom. Unless you're saying the foot that is up is the pivot foot. Well, I've seen guys get it fake, and then hey, look, a step through and that pivot foot, the one that's in the front stays on the ground. Okay, but when you move both feet, bruh, and the pivot foot too, that's a travel. All right, we got a timeout on the court. Wow. Kay Cunningham. Beautiful behind the back dribble. And the slam dunk.
Giving trouble to Brunson as he drives on his penetration opportunity.
Brunson misses on the floor.
Brunson at the other end cannot hit it. And a turnover. They get it to Brunson. Brunson tries to get that to Karl Anthony Towns. A scramble on the floor. And the ref finally calls or blows the whistle.
Like a vintage Eastern Conference playoff match.
Yeah, people are trying to make passes too quick. What game was I watching last night? They were doing the same thing. Oh, the Lakers. The Lakers game, they're doing the same thing was happening. Yeah, sometimes you have to get the ball and relax. Can't turn it over in situations like that. Hey, once again, thank you for the few people who are in here tonight. Thank you for hitting the like button. We got 3 likes. I appreciate it. Yeah, hit that like button. Maybe we'll get 100 views tonight. It's going to be kind of hard. We came in late. That's never good. And then at times we had the wrong screen up. We got it right now. All right, 66-53. Pistons in the lead. Pistons trying to win this one so they don't go 2 down. And it'd be very nice for them to win this one and go back home tied. All right, speaking of tied, we got 2 votes on the poll question. And it is 50%. So it's like it's tied. Some say yes. One says yes. One says no. All right, the Pistons. Tobias Harris with 13 points. Cade Cunningham, 26 points. Seward Thomas has 5. Jalen Duren with 8. Tim Hardaway Jr. cannot buy a basket. He is 0 of 8 from the field, 0 of 6 from behind the arc. Which tells me, young man, if you want to score, go to the basket. He's had some wide open threes, and I think he's pretty decent shooting threes, but tonight he needs to go to the basket because the outside shot's not happening for him. I think sometimes pros can be as hard-headed as a middle school student. Like, you're not hitting them, just keep shooting. Nah, for me, get points. Mikal Bridges with 16 points. OG Anunoby, 4. Karl Anthony Towns has 10 points. Jalen Brunson with 17. Josh Hart has 4. And Miles McBride has 2 points. Robinson, Payne, and Shamet have not scored yet. Look, Bernard King hanging out.
Like a young Bernard King right now, scoring in the mid-range and so smooth in transition, pointing at the legends, the Knicks legends on the baseline.
Cunningham now with 26 points.
All right, 66-53. The jumper for Beasley is no good. Rebound. Karl Anthony Towns. He decides to bring it down. Gets across the timeline. Now he thinks he's a guard. Backs down his man. Off the glass is no good. Rebound. Harris. Yeah, should have gave it up. You got to run the ball through the process. Cade Cunningham slows it down, drives the basket, leaves it to Durham. Excuse me, that is Reed. Reed with the layup.
Cunningham just making all the right decisions.
Hey, that's it. And it doesn't take a whole lot of fancy dribbling and stuff like that. Just make the right decision. Make the right decisions.
Picking the bench to review this right here, as he's, although most guys when they get called for a foul.
I mean, that's become the universal reaction. Just make the swirly motion. You look over to your coach, and then the coach stares back at you. Then he looks at the back row.
It's a lot of pressure on the back row of the bench.
And they are now telling J.B. Bickerstaff they want to challenge it. So,
All right, looks like they do want to challenge it. Yesterday, Memphis lost to OKC 131-80.
they'll challenge it.
So in other words, Bickerstaff
Orlando lost to Boston 86-103.
trusting his bench more so.
Final score of the Miami-Cleveland game, 100-121. And the final between the Golden State Warriors and Houston, 95-85. But believe me, it was worse than that before coach of the Golden State Warriors. Is it Carr? Took his starters out. It was a lot worse than that. A lot worse than that.
After what happened in the fourth quarter of game one, you could tell very early that
All right, 68-53. 68-53.
Tonight, but also all season, the emotional maturity, the bounce back. You didn't have
In the first quarter, Detroit outscores New York 25-18. In the second quarter, Detroit trailed New York 30-31. In the fourth quarter, at this point right now, it's Detroit 13-4.
they've come out here and been dominant and really taken New York out of anything they're trying to do on the offensive end.
so that was the call.
They ain't gonna change that.
Thompson indicated almost
They're not gonna change that.
head coach.
Why would they change it?
So they've looked at all the angles. Now they have the deeper discussion amongst the three officials after putting the headset on and communicating with Seacock.
And Azur,
He was pleading like you and I pleaded.
how many fouls do you have?
Leave the bar and go back to the hotel. Like
Yes.
this is
Thompson's arm is in an illegal position as he defends Brunson on the way down the floor.
Of course. I mean, why would y'all challenge that?
The challenge is unsuccessful. It'll be New York ball. In the backcourt, Detroit has no further challenges.
So after all of
And all your challenges are done, and that's the one you choose.
it looked like right there Brunson might have grabbed his arm, hooked his
Come on, bro. Like, don't worry about that. And you okay, I got you. Azur has he has 4 personal fouls now, but now your team doesn't have any
detoxing after a
don't have any challenges.
68-53, the Pistons in front.
Well, it's not Thomas's fault. Like, you know, the people behind the bench should look at that and said, hey, they're not going to change that. Anunoby with the jumper is good.
maybe their best possession this quarter. The ball went side to side. You got that
New York finally gets a score.
with a high, efficient field goal attempt there to make.
55, 68, 4, 26 on the clock.
Bridges Beasley retrieves it. Two-man action with Durant. Now a switch to the big. Beasley
Beasley for 3. Can't hit it.
overcooked it.
That ball's going to be out of bounds to New York.
Harris and Duran against Josh Hart at 6'4". And Josh able to get his hand on that rebound attempt and deflect it off of Harris.
68-55, 4 minutes and 7 seconds on the clock. This is Robinson with the ball. Gets that to Anunoby. Anunoby steps to his left.
He made an adjustment to pass it to Robinson,
And that ball is knocked out of bounds.
Was not looking, and a missed opportunity for New York.
We are under 4 minutes to go in the third.
This is Schroeder bringing the ball across timeline.
Turnover.
Give and go to Schroeder. He tries to find Dern, ends up turning that to Brunson. Brunson finds Bridges for 3.
10-point game. 3.5
Schroeder picks up his dribble. He goes to Harris. Harris being guarded by Hart. Harris faces him up. The jumper is no good. Robinson with the snatch down rebound.
bring this back to single.
Gets that to. Wow, what a pass by Dern. Excuse me, by Brunson. Didn't think that was going to get there. Beasley at the other end. Finger roll. Finger roll is good. 70-58. 2 minutes, 56 seconds. Brunson goes by Beasley. The floater is good. No foul call.
We all remember what the Knicks did in game 1. They went on a 21-0 run in the fourth quarter.
This is Dern with the ball.
Stuck in quicksand.
Hands that to Schroeder. Schroeder all the way on the baseline. The layup is no good, but he is fouled on the play.
Right here, great defense. Brunson getting the steal out in transition before the Pistons defense can get set. Trusting his teammate Bridges for the three. And on the other end, attacking the closeout off the bounce. Beasley getting to the two. So
I got 72-60 with a minute 46 seconds on the clock. But it's 70-60 as Mikal Bridges brings the ball across the timeline. He gives that to Jalen Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Hardaway. Brunson with the crossover. The step back 3. No good. Dern with the rebound. Hands that to Schroeder. Schroeder gives it back to Cade. Tyson with the crossover. Not Tyson. Cade Cunningham off the glass is good. The boy can play. Not too flashy. He just uses what he needs to use to get to the bucket. Anunoby stops. Shoots the 3, but I don't think it's going to be good. Foul called on the floor.
Cunningham just shoved him like Mahorn used to be in practice.
Cunningham said, get out of here. And that foul's going to be assessed to Cunningham.
Want to make a foul like that, put Brunson on the free throw line here. With a minute 46 left here in this third quarter.
I feel like you have some stuff you need to work out with Rick Mahorn because it pops up a lot.
We were good teammates, but he was hard. You know, he was hard on me, and you know, sometimes unfair. And you know, we can
Let it all out.
yeah, it'll come out tonight.
Upcoming
Brunson
playoff schedule tomorrow night, NBA
shoots the first free throw. He hits it.
up to the Pacers game 2. TNT.
All right, Coach, let's do something else.
Go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app.
We're going to do a little clap for the made free throws. A small clap for the made free throws. All right, Brunson on the line.
Got 10. Harris has 10. Cade
Brunson
has 9.
hits the second one. Yeah, that's what we'll do. All right, Cade Cunningham brings it down. He finds Schroeder. Schroeder going to the right. Gets that to Beasley. Beasley back to Schroeder. Schroeder drives. The floater is good.
And a great decision there by Schroeder. Attack the closeout.
74-62.
More effective here with Basar Thompson on the bench.
Brunson finds Robinson. Robinson trying to get rid of that ball. Gets it over to Mikal Bridges. Bridges
Works around Beasley.
kicks it.
Brunson out for McBride.
2 seconds to shoot.
Winding down
McBride
McBride.
throws up a prayer, hits the backboard, and goes in. 74-65. 50 seconds on the clock.
Under a minute to play in the third. Switch.
Cunningham shoots a long 3. Misses everything.
Call
No. Not from that angle. You couldn't see. 74-65. 30 seconds on the clock. 18 seconds to shoot. Brunson tries to drive by Schroeder. He shoots over Schroeder. It's good. That boy can play. He is a professional scorer. Jalen Brunson, professional scorer. Bradley Beal, professional scorer. DeMar DeRozan, professional scorer. They're going to call a kick ball. Yeah, Cunningham kicked it. But they've got it in. There will be no look at that one. They can't look at it anyway, can they? Brunson goes ahead and gets that foul. They have one to give. 74-67. 74-67. 5.8 seconds left before the third quarter. Pistons with the ball. They get it in. This is Cade. He's fouled at 2.6. That's going to send Cade to the line. Thibodeau can't believe it. Cunningham on the line. Cunningham hits the first.
Bleacher Report is your one-stop destination for all things NBA. Get live scores, breaking news, highlights from today's game. Download
2.6 seconds left. 2.6 left.
second attempt here for Cade Cunningham, 23 years old in his fourth season in the league. Number 1 overall pick in 2021.
And Cade misses the second.
That ball knocked towards the baseline.
And that's going to be the end of the third.
Getting that shot off. It just hit the rim. End of 3.
That's going to be the end of the third.
Trying to level this series. Game apiece. They've got a 70
Pistons with the lead.
lead over.
They outscore the New York Knicks in the third quarter, 20-18.
Hi, you might know me from my other job.
Leading scorers on the floor right now. Cade Cunningham, 29 points. Tobias Harris, 13. For the Knicks, Jalen Brunson, 23 points. Mikal Bridges, 19. There's your team stats right there. Pistons shooting 45% from the floor. New York 43. Pistons out rebounding New York 37-26. Both teams have 13 turnovers.
Through 3 quarters of play, this Knicks team averaged 115.8 points per game. Detroit 75, Knicks 67. We start the fourth here at MSG. Brunson has a screen for McBride. Now a switch. He draws Beasley. Brunson turns the corner, floats it up. Gets the call as he hit the floor hard.
Looked like Jalen Duren coming over from the weak side to contest on the drive from Brunson. Maybe after they released it, they have some contact.
And that's number 2 on Duren. Brunson just needed a moment to gather himself.
But I don't love that possession right there for New York. No one else touched the ball. A lot of isolation basketball, which plays, I think, to Detroit's strength on the defensive end. You gotta move the ball, get that defense side to side if you're New York. And I think Brunson expects him to do that every possession here in the fourth quarter. He'll be worn out.
Brunson's first miss at the free throw line. He is now 4 out of 5. The Knicks are 5 of 7, so they only allowed 8th to attempt free throws to Josh Hart. Pistons are 17 of 22. 1 out of 2 for Brunson. 7-point game. Schroeder met by Brunson, double team. It leaves Harris open, who takes the mid-range shot and nails it.
And a nice two-way
Harris
game.
with the jumper.
Usually here to start the
It's
play.
good.
You got Tobias Harris and, of course, Beasley capable of stepping up.
15 points, 10 rebounds, a double-double for Tobias Harris, native of Long Island.
Brunson waiting on the screen that never comes.
Who's been quiet.
Gets to the elbow. Kicks it. Hart for 3. Long as a, what do you call it? A clothesline jumper. No height. Hits the front of the rim. This is Schroeder now for the Pistons with the ball. 13 seconds to shoot. Harris. Tobias being guarded by Brunson. He gives it up to Beasley for 3. Beasley can't hit it. Brunson with the rebound. Brunson comes down on his left. He slips and falls. And Thompson is going to be called for a foul. It's going to be 5 on Thompson.
Those plays where it looked like the official called the foul once Brunson fell and lost the ball. Sure, if Brunson hadn't fallen there, a good defense, I thought.
Yeah, Brunson
Maybe his foot got
sort of stepped on Thompson's foot.
Detroit, what's been impressive, it's the first time this year for me seeing them live in person. The length they have on the perimeter, multiple guys shuttling in and out, throwing a lot of different guys at Brunson, trying to wear him down.
Is the NBA step through traveling? We've got 2 votes.
Anunoby replaces Robinson. Robinson since he has logged 20 minutes of action. McBride trying to get involved here. 10 to shoot.
All right, here's McBride. He's got 8 to shoot. He shoots a 3. Splash. Oh my gosh, what a shot.
Jump shot. JB Bickerstaff mad at Dern for not getting up on McBride on that last play.
Cunningham who got rid of it.
That's what my Hornets need. They need a coach to get mad at them when they don't play defense. Dern finds Harris. 3 seconds. Schroeder for 3. Hits the front of the rim, top of the backboard, front of the rim again, and falls in. No bars, coach. Brunson with the move. The floater is blocked by Dern. He gets it back out to Anunoby. Anunoby to McBride. Great defense by the Pistons. Brunson loses it. It's going to be a jump ball. Dern ties him up. Yeah, it's pretty darn good defense there by the Pistons.
One-on-one with Dern. Dern giving him too much space. McBride driving to the rim. Of course, on the other end, Schroeder answering, getting the soft touch on that three-pointer.
Oh, come on. Satellite signal outage switching to internet. Okay. Switching now. We should be good.
Knowing that Beasley was down the court.
I didn't get a chance to see that. Beasley. Ooh.
A tough fall there by Beasley. Wow.
Schroeder is very savvy. Tremendous vision.
9:25 on the clock. This is in the 4th quarter. That's all she wrote. 9 minutes and 25 seconds.
Turns into 2 free throws.
And the free throw is good.
Hey guys, you know that there are several players that are up for end of season awards in this game. Only Beasley is up for 6th man of the year.
Beasley was fouled going in for the dunk.
Definitely had a goal.
Landed hard,
He wanted to be
but he got right back up.
player, but it ended up being 6th man. He said he's really excited about it. He hopes he gets it. He understands there are other players having good seasons. He mentioned Peyton Pritchard, of course, is doing well, but he said
All right, we got 82-71 on the screen. This is Brunson with the ball. 9:15 on the clock. Brunson gives it up to Karl Anthony Town. Hadn't heard his name in a while. Karl Anthony Town kicks it. Anunoby. A lot of ISO going on. Anunoby with the shot. It's good. 82-73. 82-73. Schroeder. Jumper is no good. Here's Brunson. Backing down Beasley. The floater is good. Brunson. Oh my gosh, Brunson. Nice. And Spike Lee up talking junk. Up talking noise. Skip pass. They get it down to Reed. Reed is good for 2 more. 84-75. 8 minutes. 2 seconds. Green. Anunoby for 3. Can't hit it. Josh Hart gets over there and gets that ball away from Schroeder.
Hart is asking why there was no call as he got his legs taken out from under him.
Gets over there and gets that ball away from Schroeder.
These teams don't want it. Both guys, multiple efforts, diving on the floor. This is playoff basketball at its best.
Don't know what Josh Hart was complaining about.
Continue to keep the Knicks at arm's length. Hart mishandled it initially and then couldn't finish. Don't know what Josh Hart was complaining about. Cunningham gets through the
Cunningham is fouled. All right, that was Hart that could not hit the layup. And he fouls Cunningham at the other end. Misses the free throw, misses the layup on the left side, but it's going to send him to the free throw line. He hits the first. .742 in the fourth quarter, 85-75. Cade rattles in the second one. All right, Anunoby gets it to Karl-Anthony Towns. Karl-Anthony Towns, as usual, playing outside. Now he tries to go to the basket, kicks it back out. McBride can't hit the three. Cunningham with the crossover. Pushes his man out of the way. The floater's no good, but it is tipped in by Reed. 88-75. Brunson on the left side of the court now. Tries to go by Schroeder. Bounce past the Hart. And McBride is going to be fouled, and fouled by Reed as he drives on the baseline. 88-75 in this quarter. The Pistons outscoring New York 13-8. 13-8. Can the Pistons hang on this time and even this series out? Will Coach Gary get more than 3 likes? Will he get 32 more individuals to look at the stream so we can have a cool 100 views? These and other questions will be answered on the next bat. Whoa, no, not that. All right, we got a timeout, and we'll be right back. Take a little break.
too. You have to get stops here on this end. New York can chip away at this lead.
It's a 10-point game. Schroeder is fouled. So Dennis Schroeder lulling the Knicks to sleep. Third personal on Brunson. And Schroeder to the free throw line.
Schroeder almost the perfect backup point guard. And I love that Jamie Bickerstaff plays him alongside Cunningham. Great decision maker. But he's got the swagger and the confidence. Almost plays like he should be a
Schroeder lulling the guys to sleep.
Points in the second half.
It's his first free throw.
Pinkish hue on his left cheek.
You have to find some energy. You saw campaign.
And he hits the second one.
Thibodeau going to ride his starters here these last 6 minutes, 20 seconds.
Call is made, and it will be Beasley. Beasley just said playoff basketball. Four times. And just the fifth time.
Malik Beasley's going to be called for a foul. 6 minutes and 19 seconds left.
Nope, five.
Okay, just fine.
That was it.
78-90.
Against Detroit.
Once again, Pistons trying to hang on.
Brunson gets it in for
They played a good game
Thompson.
up until the fourth quarter in the last game. Josh Hart runs into Dern, and a foul is called on Dern.
And I'm not sure if Hart stumbled before the contact. Yeah, there's a little bit of contact there as Hart lost his footing. And Hart has had
Man, I guess Dern tried to cut him off.
driving, seeking to the free throw line.
That is the third personal on Jalen Duren. Been a quiet offensive night for Josh Hart. Just 4 points. 1 of 5 from the field. He wheels that one through.
Josh Hart hits his first free throw.
11. New York Knicks, Eastern Conference semifinals each of the last 2 years. They have not been to the conference finals since 2000.
And Josh Hart hits the second.
The starter averaged 35.8 minutes per game. That is number 1 in the league by a lot.
All right, once again, it's a 10-point lead by Detroit. Detroit has been in the lead since the second.
Turned it around a bit more. Lob it upstairs, caught by Thompson.
Dern gives this to Thompson. Thompson creates some space.
Fades.
The baby jumper is no good. The baby fall away is no good. Brunson gets that to Hart. Hart decides to bring it back out to Brunson. Brunson tries to create space in that double team. And he is able to get Thompson up in the air. And Thompson is going to get fouled out of this game.
The length of Thompson right there all over him. Just a nice step back, great shot fake. Once you get Thompson in the air, Brunson will make
Yeah, that's that young dude for you. That is what being young is all about right there. You're gonna go for everything, even though you got 5 fouls. Like, no, just close out. You're not gonna block the shot anyway. But right there, you can tell Thompson. He's gonna learn from that. He's one of the guys that can learn. You know, like he'll be thinking about that. He's thinking about it now, but he'll be thinking about that like
He has hit the quota. They were late to update
forever.
here courtside.
I stand corrected. And certainly a big loss. Thompson has harassed Brunson all night. Once again, everything
He'll remember that even into next year.
for the Knicks.
You know, learning how to play with it and while you're in foul trouble.
31 points.
All right, so to take his spot, was it Harris that came in?
90 to 82 Detroit. We're down to 5:25 to play in the fourth. Anunoby.
Might have been Beasley to come in.
Beasley gives up his dribble. Schroeder back out for
Beasley.
Pump fake with 5.
5 seconds to shoot. Beasley with the jumper. No good, but it's going to be an offensive foul. Bad screen.
Shifted the body.
And they like that. Duran so good with the dribble handoff, setting a screen. But Bridges tried to run right through the
Still 5:15 on the clock. Plenty of time.
ball. It looked like Duran turned a little bit.
There's your actual score right there. 84-90.
With the right shoulder led to that
Knicks trying to get the second game here. Brunson in the paint scores.
Not a complete unknown. Jalen Brunson. 90-84. Detroit.
Schroeder
Beasley bounced. Duran in a crowd, and he's hacked.
gets that to Beasley on the baseline. Beasley drives and bounce passes that to Dern. Dern is going to be fouled.
Team foul on Tom Thibodeau's team.
4:43. 90-84. New York outscoring the Knicks. New York outscoring Detroit in the fourth quarter, 15-17, or should I say 17-15. And Brunson going to the locker room for some reason.
Learning experience that they could gain from game one. McBride is in. Brunson is
Cade gets it in.
4:38 mark.
Cade Cunningham.
And one-on-one with that.
Crossover. Spin move again.
Cunningham. Hart gets it.
Gets that ball in the corner.
Harris can't hit the three.
And Harris can't hit it. Bodies on the floor.
Go down. Foul is called.
Great defensive possession there by Anunoby, taking the challenge as
Hart and Schroeder now get into it. Schroeder thought Hart threw the ball at him. It was actually the official who tossed it.
No, Hart tossed it.
playing physical, but keeping your emotions.
But I don't think he was aiming at Schroeder.
You saw Cunningham, I think, frustrated, thought he got fouled maybe on this play, able somehow to get the ball out, but then getting tangled up with Anunoby now leads to a free throw. Maintaining your composure for this young team a must.
That is three on Cade Cunningham.
However, throughout all the mix-up, all the little not even a melee, the little fisticuffs. Can't even call it fisticuffs.
5-point game.
We'll just call it the mix-up.
We got a timeout. The Knicks are on
Anunoby on the line. He does hit the first.
free throw coming. When we come back, the Garden is rocking once again.
90-85. It's a 5-point lead. 4 minutes and 27 seconds on the clock. Can Detroit hang on this time? All right, in the last game, the first game, they ended up imploding there at the end. And that game ended up in being a runaway right there at the end, 112-123. We can go back in a little bit of time. Go back in time a bit. Detroit and New York tied up in the first quarter. In the second quarter, Detroit trailed New York by 2. So it was a 2-point game going into halftime. In the third quarter, Detroit went out to a 10-point lead. They outscored New York 36-26. But then in the fourth quarter, New York just demolished them. Demolished Detroit 40-21, and walked away with the lead in game one. They are outscoring Detroit in the fourth quarter, but Detroit still hanging on to a 5-point lead. And that was all because of the very first quarter. Very first quarter, the Knicks have been able to just chip a little bit off there, especially in the second quarter. All right, your leading scorers for Detroit, of course, none other than Cade Cunningham, 31 points in this game. And trailing right behind him is going to be Dennis Schroeder off the bench. And for the New York Knicks, Jalen Brunson, 33. And then Mikal Bridges with 19. My bad, guys. You can't see anything I'm looking at, huh? So now we're looking at 90 to 86, or soon will be, after Anunoby hits this free throw, and he does. Cunningham to the basket. Cunningham may be young, but I tell you, he plays beyond his years. Like, he understands this game at this level. He understands this game at this level, knows how to draw fouls. That's I mean, to function in this league, to be a great player in this league, you got to learn to do those things. To be a standout, you do. 91-86. Cade hits both.
They had 14 wins just after Christmas this season. And all that they have endured has certainly prepared them for this moment.
Brunson brings it down. Finds Mikal. Back to Brunson. Tight man to man. Bridges for three. Can't hit this one. He fell off balance just a little bit. Cunningham snatches down the rebound. He goes to his left. Strong off the backboard. Can't hit it. Bridges with the rebound. Has Harris on him. Looks like he wants to score. Goes strong. Try to do that reverse, but he was under the basket. Cade finds Schroeder. Schroeder will hit this one for three. No, Schroeder misses it. Wow. Hart gets the rebound. Schroeder usually hits those open threes. All right, he's going to put Hart on the line.
Guys, I've had several conversations with Josh Hart about his rebounding prowess, and he's told me that he
Man, I can't help it. Every time I look at Josh Hart, I think of McQueen. Josh hits the free throw.
I just want to make sure I want it more than the next person.
And he's averaged 9.6 rebounds per game this season.
50 Cent.
He's got another free throw coming after the timeout.
50 Cent at the game. Bunch of big names at the game. We in New York. All right, so we got a timeout on the court. Timeout on the court. 3 minutes and 24 seconds. Looks like this is going to end up being a good one, too. Hey, whoever hit that like button, thank you for the 4th like. I appreciate it. The Knicks still outscoring the Pistons in the 4th quarter, 20-17, but the Pistons are hanging on to a 4-point lead. Still an eternity. 3 minutes and 24 seconds left in this game. A lot of time for either team to make a move. I'm sure the Pistons with their youthfulness, no matter what happens, especially going home to play, they're going to come out and play hard. But to have this lead like this and then end up not winning, it could do something to your confidence.
This is exactly what you want right here. You want to be tested again. Certainly, JB Bickerstaff want to pass that test.
Josh Hart
The Knicks have not played their
hits
game
both.
basketball, but they are right here, only down 4.
Pistons have really struggled from three-point territory. 5 of 24. That's 21%.
Beasley for 3. Beasley can't hit it. Loose ball. Town gets it.
Before it hits the baseline.
Bridges takes a quick 3. Can't hit it. Don't know how good that. I don't like those quick 3s, especially when you got plenty of time left on the clock. Cunningham gets it to Harris. Harris finds Schroeder. Tell you, it don't look like anybody wants to shoot it except Schroeder and Cunningham. Schroeder goes to Cunningham. He has the smaller Brunson on him. Turns baseline, kicks it. Beasley. Excuse me, that's Harris. Harris couldn't hang on to it, and it's a turnover. Good defense there by the Knicks on the baseline.
Caused Cunningham to not throw a clean pass.
That wasn't a clean pass, but you're a pro. You got to catch that.
Another opportunity here for the Knicks.
15th Detroit turnover. Brunson drives. Brunson fades. Bullseye.
That boy is good.
2-point game.
Brunson with the basic moves. Basic moves. Get in the paint, pull up. Same thing I fuss about my team not being able to do. Nice, fine, under the basket. Cunningham to Dern.
Call by JB Bickerstaff. Get Cunningham on that elbow. 2-man game. You called it best. Those two in sync.
And if Bickerstaff called that, yeah, it was nice. Brunson draws a foul on Harris. And Harris is like, I never jumped. I never jumped. He did, though. He did, though.
One of those, particularly down the stretch. But look at this. For 2-man action, you got to respect Cunningham.
He did, though.
Was cleared out. It needs
You got to stay on your feet. You got to close out. You just watch your teammate foul out doing that same thing. Like, are you going to block the shot? Probably not. So just close out. Just get your hand up. Don't jump. Brunson's going to hit all these. Brunson hits the first one.
3-point game. And Tibbs might be right. I'd have gone back to get his cape again. Brunson has been
94-91. 1 minute, 50 seconds left in the game. This is the 4th quarter, ladies and gentlemen. And here come the Knicks again. It's just gonna kill the confidence of the Pistons. To be in control of the game like they were all this whole time, and then New York comes back and wins another one. It's a 2-point game.
right now for New York. You have to assume whether Brunson makes or misses this. Defensively, Cunningham will have the ball in his hand.
Brunson
How do you defend?
misses the last one. It's still a 2-point game.
Run that same play
Yeah.
in Detroit.
Schroeder. They're trying to force feed Tyson. I mean, I want to call him Cade Tyson because Cade Tyson played for the Tar Heels. Dern, too much dribbling. Gets it to Josh Hart. Josh Hart says, hey, I know what I can do and what I can't do. So I'm going to slow it down. Brunson with the ball, being guarded by Schroeder. And they leave Josh Hart, and Josh Hart is fouled on the play. It wasn't called, but he was definitely fouled. But Josh Hart with a dunk. That's what happens when you double team. Cunningham at the other end gives to Harris. Harris to Schroeder. Telling you, nobody looks like they want to score for the Pistons right now except Schroeder, and he shoots it. Splash! Schroeder and Cunningham. The rest of the guys are like getting the ball and giving it up. 97-94. Brunson for three. He can't hit it. Rebound Harris. And 42 seconds on the clock. Cunningham kicks it. Gives it back to Schroeder. Cunningham comes and gets it. 12 seconds. He's going to try to get to the basket. No calls. Nothing is called. Beasley for three. He can't hit. Follow your shot, Beasley. Stand there and pose. You know whether that's going to be good or not. They ain't calling nothing. Bridges for three. Can't hit it. Rebound. Duren. And they get it to Schroeder. Schroeder is going to be fouled by Bridges with 8.1 seconds on the clock. Maybe the Detroit Pistons have hung on. Detroit, number 6 seed. New York, number 3. Schroeder with the big shot. I'm telling you guys, like I said twice, Schroeder and Cunningham seem to be the only guys that really want to score for Detroit down the stretch. Dang, Schroeder, what are you doing? That Fat Joe on the sideline in all pink. Yeah, Coach, you got a timeout? Coach Thibodeau, you got a timeout? Call it and freeze him. This is his way of freezing him, just in case he needs a timeout. He'll send some guys in. He's gonna go ahead and give 98 right here. Schroeder at the line. Schroeder gets the free throw. Yeah, Schroeder with 20 points off the bench. And we have yet another timeout. This is going to be a nice series. This is going to be a nice series. If the Pistons can hang on to these leads they get, I think it's going to be a pretty darn good series. And we go to Detroit the next couple of games. And it's going to be even. Yup. 89-94 is your score. All right, but there's still some time left on the clock. You never know what could happen. This is the NBA. Cade Cunningham with 33 points for Detroit. And off the bench, Dennis Schroeder with 20. Jalen Brunson, 37 points for the Knicks. Bridges, 19. Bridges to trigger. He gets it into Brunson. Brunson wide open three. Can't hit it. Rebound Duran. And he has fouled. 3.6 seconds on the clock. Brunson knew he was going to hit that one. Everybody in the building knew that was going down. Wide open three. He can't hit it. I gotta put that double screen in put the double screen in, but then you gotta learn to run it too. Big Dern on the line at the other end. Dern rattles in the first, and that is gonna be the proverbial nail in the coffin.
3.6 to play.
99-94 Pistons, and Dern hits both. Again, I don't have a dog in the fight. Don't care who wins. Just like to see good basketball. I'm glad this it's not going to be a blowout. It's not going to be a sweep. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. No sweep this time. All right, stay tuned to, after the end of this game. We will be going over the box scores and the team scores, the team stats. And as a matter of fact, while we have this timeout, let's take a look. Pistons shooting 44% from the field. New York shooting 42%. All right, New York, another chance to shoot, to score again. And this is it. Last shot, Brunson misses everything but the backboard. But a win for the Pistons. Wow. And Detroit wins their first postseason game since 2008. Since 2008, I was a younger stud in 2008. Wow, 2008. All right, listen. Hats go off to the Pistons. This is gonna be I think it's gonna be an interesting series, one that I'm here for the rest of it, however long it takes. Since 2008, gosh, 2008. That's 17 years. 17 years ago. Coach, how old were you 17 years ago? Dang, 43. Yeah, I was still a stud then. Oh yeah, I was still a stud. All right, guys. For those who hung out with me tonight, thanks for doing that. Thanks for hanging out. We're going to go over the box scores and get out of here. The New York Knicks still outscored. They did outscore the Pistons in the fourth quarter by 2, 27-25, but the Pistons outscored New York in the third 20-18. All right, Tobias Harris, 15 points. Stuart Thompson, and remember, he fouled out with around, I might have been 5 or 6 minutes on the clock. Tim Hardaway never scored. He was 0 of 8 from the field, 0 of 6 from behind the arc. Duran had 12 points. He had 13 rebounds, a double-double. Cade Cunningham, 33 points, 12 rebounds. Let's go, guy. Tobias Harris also had a double-double. Paul Reed, 6 points. And off the bench, Dennis Schroeder with 20 points. All right, for the New York Knicks, Mikal Bridges, 19 points, 5 rebounds. OG Anunoby, 10 points, 5 rebounds. Karl Anthony Towns, 10 and 6. Man, listen, guys. New York's not my team. Neither is Detroit. But Karl Anthony Towns is too big and too good of a basketball player not to be scoring 20 plus a game. Now, why is he not scoring 20 plus a game? Is it because he's not getting the ball? Is it that? I don't think so. I know it's not. For me, he does not play where a big man plays. Okay? When he was with who was he with? Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves. It was the Timberwolves. I mean, you guys saw it. I don't know if it was last year or year before last. All that daggone 3-point shooting. You know, when you self-identify you identify yourself as the biggest the best big man 3-point shooter in the league, you know bad things are getting ready to happen, man. Like, play basketball the right way, man. Just play basketball the right way. Like, you're a big guy. Get on that box. Karl Anthony Towns is big and as fast as he is. If he would just learn some post moves, get on the box, learn some post moves. I mean, it's score or get foul. That's all they'd be able to do. He's too big. But he wants to play like a guard, and not only that, the organization lets him. And I'm gonna say organization because if I own the team, I'm like, okay, coach, yeah, I'm gonna let you coach, but dude, he needs to be on the box. Coach, I pay your salary, right? I do expect you to coach the team, but you got a guy 7 foot tall, 6'11", 260 pounds, and he wants to be outside handling the ball and shooting three pointers. No, all right. The bulk of your work is going to be done on that box. Coach, get him down there. Coach, let's run some plays where he's on the box. Feed that post, and you go to work. All right. Not going to say no, don't ever shoot a 3. Don't ever stretch it, but come on. Karl Anthony Towns was nowhere to be found there at the end of the game. And I know they've got Brunson, and Brunson is the man, but come on now. In that situation, you have 2 men. How about what the Warriors are doing now? If I ask you who's the man for the Warriors, definitely going to say Stephen Curry. But Jimmy Butler is doing his thing. So, Karl Anthony Towns, you're responsible for the box down in the paint, and Brunson, you're responsible for hitting those outside shots, driving by, doing your pull up. That gives you another avenue to go to score. If you ask me. All right. Karl Anthony Towns, 10 points, 6 rebounds. Jalen Brunson, 37 points, 7 assists. Hang on. It might not be anybody in here. I'm doing all this talking. Only 2 people. They're probably not paying attention. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and finish this. 2 people in here. Thank you guys for hanging out with me this long for this nonsense. Josh Hart, 10 points. He also has 7 rebounds. Mitchell Robbins could not score. Cameron Payne couldn't score. He only played 4 minutes. Robinson's played 13. McBride with 8 points, and Shamet only 5 points, did not score. All right, and finally, the team stats: 44% for the Pistons, 44.6% from the field. New York 42. 3-point shooting: 6 of 27 for 22% by the Pistons. 10 for 35 for 28% for the Knicks. Free throw shooting: 28 out of 34 for 82%. Not bad for the Pistons. New York even shot better, 16 of 19 for 84.2%. 48 to 34 rebounding, 48 to 34 Pistons. That was a big part of the win right there. Assists: 11 to 15 New York. There's your steals, your blocks. Turnovers: 16 to 14. Pistons with 16. New York had 14. Points from the turnovers: 19 points conceded by the Pistons and 12 conceded by New York. Fast break points: 15 to 14. That goes to the Pistons. Points in the paint: 46 to 40 Pistons. And the largest lead in the game was by the Pistons, and that's 15 points. All right, well, with that said, we're getting ready to get out of here. There's your game right there, 100 to 94. The Pistons hang on and win, and they tie this series 1-1 as this series now goes to Detroit for 2 games. Should be a good one, and I think I'm here. I'm all here for it. So with that said, I'm getting ready to get out of here. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight, and I'll see you next time. Coach G. Later.